LOTTI gang, what's good? Throw the fours up in the chat and welcome back to day 2 of, I guess you could call this our explosive training camp. We hitting the leg day today, and I told y'all throughout today I would show y'all what my diet is looking like. It's nothing too crazy, you know, nothing too different from Big Guard boot camp. Switched a couple of meals around, but we starting off with breakfast, the most important meal of the day. Keeping it simple, we got 4 eggs, got some bacon, got a bagel, got some Ypk.Raye 20 grams of protein yogurt. Whip all that up for breakfast real quick, let that digest for about an hour and a half before we go down to the gym and get our leg workout in for today. You already know how this go. As we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss another video. But it ain't too much to talk about right now. Let's move forward. As we get into the food portion of this video, y'all already know the vibes. I don't count calories, macros, micros, and all of that. I ain't no bodybuilder, I ain't no powerlifter, I'm just a hooper who likes to pick up heavy shit. I eat till I'm full, make sure I get my protein, and I keep it pushing. Another thing that I do that I haven't encouraged enough of y'all to do, taking multivitamins. Right now I'm taking B12 and just a general multivitamin. Let me see if the camera will focus on that. The brand doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It really comes down to the ingredients. A simple multivitamin is gonna do it for you as long as you get your daily supply of everything. I choose to take B12 on top of that. Energy source. I don't wanna be relying on caffeine all the time to operate throughout my day. Again, not sponsored. You could go get these vitamins from anywhere, Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens, it doesn't matter. I just so happen to get mine from GNC. Again, not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor your boy GNC, hit your boy up, you know what I'm saying? Email in the description. Now y'all know before we get into the meat and potatoes of this workout, we gotta get warmed up the right way. Resistance band and isometrics. Do-rag staying on today too, cause y'all know how it gets on leg day. It gets grimy, it gets nasty, it gets ugly. But let's stop wasting time, let's get into it. Y'all have seen this warm up before, so y'all don't mind if I speed through it, right? So we're actually gonna start off this routine with some hamstring curls. Now for the first set of these hamstring curls, it's slow, controlled, keeping the tension constant throughout the whole set for about 10 to 12 reps. After we finish that first set though, holding the contraction at the top and almost trying to drop the weight and catch it to activate that quick twitch muscle in the hamstrings. Now, as we're getting into our first compound movement, we're gonna open up the hips just a little bit more with these barbell step overs before we get into our barbell squats. Feeling good, feeling good. So knock out a quick warm-up set on squat before we get into the real work. Quick little 10 reps of 185. So now we get into our working sets on squats, and just like yesterday on the bench, as you can see, we threw the chains on the bar. Now I made a video breaking down these chain squats beforehand. I'm gonna use that video as overlay as I go through these working sets. Only leaving the chains on for the first 2 sets, and then we going heavy for the last 2 sets. These are chain squats. As you can see, as I get low into my squat, the chains hit the floor and take a little bit of the load off the bar. Don't worry, the bar is not on my neck, it's on my traps. The hoodie is just a little bit baggy. This allows you to get deeper into the squat, and the load increases as we press to the top of our squat where it's at its heaviest. This not only maximizes force output into the ground, but also improves bar speed for my serious lifters, core stability and squat technique, and the load at the top of the squat will give you similar benefits to what you get from quarter squats without having to sacrifice the muscles developed during full range of motion. Now at this point, we're taking off the chains and we just going for a regular heavy ass squat. But we're not simply focused on just completing the lift. The goal is to move this heavy ass weight as fast as possible. I know I do this on a semi-regular basis, but notice how I'm exploding up into that calf raise at the top of my squat. We want the best of all worlds, size, strength, and speed. So now we're about to get into these power cleans, capitalizing on all 3 points of extension, ankles, knees, and hips. Goal with these power cleans is consistent with the overall goal while we in the weight room. Moving this heavy ass weight as fast as possible. Let's get explosive. Now, unfortunately, my camera went out of focus during my first few sets. Luckily, I caught it by the time we got to 225. Now, you know we gotta get some single leg work in. So now we're moving into these heavy Bulgarian split squats. We're holding on to the rack for stability, but not lowering the load of the weight. If you need a more stable environment, you could also use the Smith machine as a replacement. Once we finish with our Bulgarians, it's time to target the hamstrings with some dumbbell RDLs. Even though it's explosive, we're still holding that tension at the bottom to work the hamstring in the lengthened position and exploding up. Your hamstrings are the primary muscle that extend your hips and flex your knees when you're jumping, so we gotta keep the spring strong. And we're pairing that with some heel to toe raises with the same dumbbells, working all muscles of the calf, including the anterior tibialis to prevent shin splits. Now that concluded our morning workout, and it was time for me to get something to eat. I kept it simple with a couple bowls of cereal and my clear whey protein drink. Not really eating too heavy throughout the day, especially when we got another workout on the schedule. Now, we're not doing 2-a-days throughout the whole workout series, but gradually incorporating them as we get closer to preseason. The second workout for today was short but intense. Of course, we warmed up with some isometrics, but this session was all about plyometrics and mobility for the court. Notice on these static lunges, I'm on my toes to strengthen my ankles and add stability for when I shift my weight on the court, along with strengthening the quads in the lengthened position. Now it's time to get into these plyos. We got these tuck jumps where we're limiting our ground contact time for our quick twitch muscles. These weighted lateral bounds for single leg force absorption and power output. And these explosive split jumps for balance and body control. Now, once I was done with plyos, it was time to hit the court, and today was another King of the Court session with the guys. Unfortunately, my camera died by the time we got here, so I'm using old clips from one of our previous sessions, but make no mistake, the work gets done. 3 dribbles at all 5 spots against some elite competition. They don't get no better than that. The legs was definitely feeling heavy, so I had to rely on playing the angles and getting crafty so I could get my shots off. But at the end of this video, I want to show y'all what it looks like when my legs are at least semi-fresh. Now, after all that work throughout the day, it's time to head home so we can finally get some dinner. Now, I make this taco dip by first browning some ground turkey. You can use ground beef too, that's up to you. But then I throw in some diced tomatoes, let them dehydrate in the meat a little bit. Then it's time to break out the taco season. Mix in a little water and then cover it up to simmer. It's really not that hard. The instructions are right there on the Tex-Mex pack. But what I like to do is mix in some rice directly with the taco meat. Couple extra carbs and some free calories. Half in the bowl, the rest in the freezer for another day. And shout out to my boy Mecca for this video from our run with Victory Insoles. And before you go, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
This may be one of the most unstoppable builds I've ever played against. And I'm not joking. Don't believe me, just watch this video. Because if seeing somebody windmill a Victory Insole spring-loaded shoe wasn't enough, this surely is. This is none other than the LeBron James build. Yes, I said the LeBron James build. This is Brandon Bellotti, social media influencer by day, professional basketball player at night. Nah, for real though, this is one of the craziest athletes I've ever seen. And I don't know how relatable this one is. I mean, have you ever gone to a gym and the guy's trying to tear a rim down every single play? Because if you have or know somebody like that, please tag them. This honestly got out of hand. Brandon showed up late to this run. He didn't play till the second game. When I tell you he had 12 dunks straight, he literally had 12 dunks straight. Brandon is one of those type of players that there is no chill mode. It doesn't matter what the circumstances is. He's gonna bring 100% intensity every single time he plays. Nah, that shot was crazy. He literally has everybody in the court frozen from what he just did.
We are grown men. Why are we allowing another grown man to do this to us?
I don't think I was letting it soak in. Like, nah.
Okay. Our original mindset was that he was gonna do this to us. What if we just change our mindset?
All 5 of them.
So we'll stop him. Yeah, all right, stop LOTTI on 3. 1, 2, 3, stop LOTTI.
There we go, team. Let's get some intensity. Have some pride. It's just basketball, feel me? Like, it can't be that hard. Oh my, he's still going at it. That talk was for nothing. Look at this. I'm having to follow him at this point. Nah, bro, got it. All that work you put in shows, bro. Like, I don't know what else to say. What they be saying is levels to this shit. He just showed us a different level. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure you follow for more.